We did reference her in season one, but we didn't get into a lot of detail on a soulful diva who we've recently lost within the last year,
Yeah.
Roberta Flack.
Mm.
And I referenced her at the top of our talk because of that song Back Together Again,
Yeah.
Donny Hathaway. But Roberta Flack, just an amazing vocalist, songwriter, singer of our time. How did you have what were your moments with Roberta like? And were they early or later or a little bit of
Well, they're all over the place, but I
yeah.
think that probably the ones that are most precious to me um, really involve her, in a sense, being a mentor for me in music. In terms of my one of my other avocations as a singer, and two things that I'm most reminded of is when she coached me directly in her Dakota, apartment, the Dakota
Yes,
in New York, the apartment. She had the condominium, wasn't it? Apartment, the big
the
one.
iconic Dakota.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Next door neighbor for John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Others lived in the building. Anyway,
Diana Ross was in that
yes,
building at a point.
yes, yes. So, um, she she had followed some things I was doing in music, and I would send her cassettes, and she would always have comments, and just it was very encouraging, very encouraging. And I remember the circumstance. I was in New York anyway, and we were in touch, and I can't remember. I don't know if I didn't ask her to coach me. I don't think I. She said, "Well, just want to see how you approach on the songs, and the songs you do." And I said, "All right." And now you've got to imagine this. So she's sitting at the piano in the big grand piano in her apartment. She says, "Let's try something." I was like, "Okay." And I chose to sing. Um, what's the song now? Bewitched, Bewitched, Bothered, and Bewildered, which is a Cole Porter song, I think. Anyway, and she just want to hear you how you phrase and how you approach the song. So now you got to imagine what it's like having Roberta Flack accompany you on the piano. So I
I
started
mean,
singing. I was a little nervous.
high high pressure and a dream all at once, right?
Yes, yeah. So I started singing, and so we get to the end of one of the last verse, and the verse was I'll sing to her, each spring to her, and long for the day I cling to her. But the way I sang cling, I sang and long for the day I cling to her, like, and she stopped. She said, Why did you sing that word that way?" I didn't think about it until she said it. And I said, "Well, because I don't really like the idea of clinging to anyone." Okay. So with David, you didn't write the song, number one, and you can't, if you have to honor the intent of the songwriter. That's the exact words. So if you're going to sing that song, you have to bring what the songwriter intended to it. And I think it was Cole Porter, make sure I get it right. She said Cole Porter was not saying cling like I hate clinging. He was saying like I long for the day I cling to her. I'm probably messing around with the melody. And I said, wow. I mean, imagine, I mean, that was priceless because what I realized in that moment, which I already was aware of, is Roberta Flack has been a consummate interpreter of songs. And she used songs like some other people do as stories,
Yes.
telling a story, like Nancy Wilson, the same tradition Nancy Wilson. It's not just sing a song. It's like, what are you going to bring to the song? And what
Yeah.
are you going to, how are you, but you have to, and the thing we should about say, and those that exact phrase, you have to stay true to the songwriter's intent.
That part.
That means
That part.
don't
I
be,
know.
yeah, yeah. So that's
Don't
magic.
be
That's
messing.
like,
Yeah, you're right. Don't bring yourself into it too much because that's not.
well, not
You
to the
know,
point where,
bring your interpretation into it, but don't bring yourself into it. Right.
yeah, and that's
This
what I
is a
did. Yeah,
positive theme.
by
Yeah,
by emphasizing the word cling, it told her all she needed to know about me and clinging. But that's not the point of the song. The song's a love
that
song.
part.
It's not meant to be clang.
Right. Well, it
I
reminds
was,
me of
go
when
ahead.
Miss Ross does "My Man," and she's an interpreter of song, songwriter, Hall of Fame as an
Absolutely.
interpreter. And when she does "My Man," there's the line, "He isn't true, he beats me too," and she always says on "He beats," not always, but often on "He beats me too," because it's such a chore for her to
Yes.
say that, much like your cling.
Yes.
And she says, "I hate that line." She just
Well,
interrupts the
yeah.
moment with, "I hate
Well,
that
yeah.
line."
Well,
But you
yeah.
have to sing. But you have to sing it. You have to sing it because
Well,
that
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
song,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I got my lesson from that. The other thing to say,
Well,
last
and
thing
it
to
is
say,
worth noting, and to Roberta Flack's footnote in the world, she is not only child prodigy, or was not only child prodigy, but she
yes,
was a professor of music and she
yes,
studied at Howard. And so
absolutely,
you were lucky that you got that
absolutely,
free lesson because you
absolutely. I
got
mean,
what exactly she
I
would
mean,
have been doing.
what a joy! What a joy! And the one thing I want to say as a postscript, one of the last times I saw her in England, she was on a show with Dion and I want to say Mary Wilson. Actually, they
Oh,
did this three
wow.
women show at some concert,
Yeah.
at some venue, um, and and I went back afterwards to say hello to everyone. And and Roberta took me into her dressing room, and she said, "I want you, in case some of you don't know, this is a good friend, David Nathan, and an excellent singer." And so she didn't introduce me. Most people introduce me as a music journalist
Right.
or writer, but Roberta's reference for me was as much about my singing as anything else. And the last thing said, so I was like, whoa. And he also has written books and so forth. But to have to be introduced that way,
Yes.
that's I don't think anyone's ever done. I don't know anyone who's ever done that. And the
That
last thing to say about that, Patrick, because I'm so honored to say this. In 2006, I'm going to hold it up if I can find it. Okay, in 2006, that's not it. Hold on. In 2000, come on, we'll be a seat really well, but this is the liner note she wrote for my CD.
oh, I
I
love it.
mean, I mean,
And the favorite thing she wrote, give me a line, open it up and give me the favorite thing she wrote. I know you can't read it all, but give me that line that touched your heart the second you read it.
wow. Um, all right, here it is. This album must be listened to in your own quiet space, even if it's a noisy room. The strength of the music and performances together is a mind movie that pulls you in and won't let you leave until the story ends.
Ah, oh, I
That's
love that.
poetry, man.
That is literal.
I mean, really, I'm looking at and it was written on my birthday in February 15, 19, February 15, 2007.
Talk about a birthday gift and
I
just
mean,
in
yeah,
the
what,
spirit of
yeah,
uh, song and legacy. It is
yeah.
worth noting I had a cabaret era in New York where I sang cabaret, and first time ever I saw your face
Did you?
was in my repertoire.
Mm,
And yet again, it's because I love her so much that I wanted to
mm.
include one of her classics in my set.
Absolutely.